Good morning, home bakers. Welcome once again to Sydney. Nice sunny day. Today we're going to be making an English baked custard tart. The reason for that is that in Australia they don't make many baked custard tarts, but my wife is hanging out for an English custard tart. So that's what we're going to make today. So we'll start with the recipe, which is 200 grams of flour, 100 grams of margarine, 50 grams of sugar, and 25 mils of water. Now, mix the flour and the margarine together till you get a basic crumb. When you've done that, put in the 50 grams of sugar and then mix that through into the crumb. Make sure it's nicely through the crumb. Doesn't matter if there's a few pieces of margarine still there, that's fine, that will all go into the pastry. When you've done that, and it's just nice loose crumb, make a well in the middle and just empty in your 25 grams of water. I know you think it's not much, but it's enough to bring the pastry together. Then mix that around and bring that paste together. I'm sure all you home bakers love doing this. You women would know all about this. You don't have a problem making pastry, do you? So mixing all, getting everything up from the bottom of the bowl as well. Mix it all round. When you've got it joined, all poured in together, bring it out on the bench and just give it when you get to about that state, bring it out onto your bench and just give it a little work. Okay, that's beautiful pastry. Pick up all these little bits. You're working on your home bench, so your home bench is nice and clean, isn't it? So you can do this with no problem. Just mix that all up like that. And there we have it. Put that to one side for 15 minutes just to rest. Now while that's resting, for that 15-minute time period, weigh up your ingredients for the custard filling. For that you will need 200 mils of full cream milk. Remember, full cream milk, home bakers. 2 egg yolks, no whites, just the egg yolks. 30 grams of sugar, and you also need vanilla essence. You just need 2 drops of that. And then you'll need nutmeg when the custard tart is done. So do all that while the pastry is resting, but at the same time, turn your oven on to 200 degrees so it can build up to the right temperature. So your pastry is rested for 20 to 30 minutes. Just dust your bench area with a little bit of flour. Get your rolling pin out and pin the pastry out. Just pin it out so it's reasonably thin. A little bit more flour there. You want to stick into the bench. Go to your worktop. Move it around because you keep all the stretch out of the pastry. When you've done that, if you ask me the thickness, I'll say, oh, quite thin. But then you just cut out that. You use your muffin tray, standard muffin tray, place the pastry in, pushing it right into the bottom, and then thumb it out round the top. Doesn't matter if you've got an overlap or an overhang on the pastry, that's fine. Do that for, cut out 5 more pieces because you have enough mixture here for 6 tarts. Okay, home bakers, hopefully by now you've cut out your 6 discs. And the disc size, that's a very important question. It's about that size.
Which is what size?
That's a very good question, Deborah. Unsure at the moment. Okay.
I'll measure it and I'll put it on the Facebook page, what size it is.
Thank you, wonderful assistant. So you've done your 6 pastry cases and you see that overlay, they're overlapping the edge. That doesn't matter at all. You've got your 200 mils of full cream milk, which you heat in the microwave for 30 seconds. So it's just warm. You then mix your 2 egg yolks with the sugar. Whisk briskly together, just so the egg and the sugar is all finely mixed together. Into that, you pour your 200 mils, whisking all the time, of full cream milk. The reason it's warm is because if you make your milk too hot, when you add it to the egg, you will just have scrambled eggs. Then just whisk it round. Just together like that. You should see that it's quite bubbly. There's a few bubbles on the top. That's just whisking it together. Then into that, put a couple of drops of vanilla essence if you want. You don't have to, it's optional. So just 1 or 2 drops. Just to give it a little bit of added flavour, that's all. Then whisk that in. And always pour the milk into the egg and sugar mix. Not the other way around. That way there'll be no curdling. Take the whisk out, put it in there, and then start pouring into the custard tarts. Just pour a little bit, about 3/4 full, and you can go back and top up. This is enough mixture for 6 good size custard tarts. See the little bubbles on top? That's a sign of a good mix. Then just look at them and use the rest of the mix up. These will be beautiful. There you have it, that's 6 custard tarts. Then a little bit of nutmeg. Just put it in your hand a little bit. Just sprinkle it in the middle of the custard tart. Like so. A little bit more here and there. I'm sure you home bakers have done all this before, it's nothing new to you. Then put it straight away into your oven, which of course you have preheated, haven't you? Do hope so, because the custard doesn't like to sit in the tart case too long. Place it in the oven, shut the door, and set the timer for 25 minutes. During the process of the baking, when it comes to about halfway through the baking process, turn the pan around gently, very gently.
Wibble wobble.
It's wobbled a bit, try not to wobble it too much. There we are, and then shut the door again. That way you'll get an even bake across the whole of the custard tarts. Hi home bakers, well the custard tarts are nearly baked. I just wanted to show you what they should look like. Hope you can see that. See there's a
it's fogged up my phone a little bit.
There's a slight dome on the top. You see that? I can see that very clearly. That's a dome on the top, and that is telling you that the egg custard is fully baked and it's ready to come out of the oven. So there we go. There they are. There's your 6 custard tarts out of the oven. Let them sit in the pan now for 20 to 30 minutes till they cool completely in the pan, and then release them. And I just hope, home bakers, that little bit of pastry you had left, you didn't waste, did you? You can make 6 little jam tartlets out of that pastry. Never waste your pastry. Well, there we are, home bakers. There's the custard tarts. Already out. We've had 2. Sorry, they're very moreish. And so there we are. That's the finished product. Enjoy, eat. See you next time on Ted home baker. Bye.